Yeah. Good morning. God bless everybody. Hope everybody is doing well. I am so exhausted. I need a vacation, and I don't mean in another state because Virginia Beach, Virginia is the best state to be on a vacation in. Well, girl, it's getting deep up here. First and foremost, I hope President Trump make a law against all these goofy ass men dressing up in women clothing and going out in public. I hope there's a law that's made because at this point in time, any gay person that have any gay man that has to dress up as a woman has a complex about themselves. And we all know the termite with a wig on, Tommy the Gossip, has a complex about himself. And it's embarrassing to see him all made up with a wig on and a skirt on. That's ridiculous. And I tell you no lie, as a LGBT community person, they make people dislike gay people. People like Tommy the Gossip, Messy Dow, LaShawn, they are so embarrassing to the gay community. No lie. But look, the vultures are turning on each other. The vultures are turning on each other. You know, all the vultures are fighting, trying to get Shamar to be in their life so they can use Shamar. But all the vultures are fighting. Tell me why Messy Doll and LaShawn is beefing out of all people. But Messy Doll definitely told LaShawn last night, listen, my Maj be on it, yo. I tell you no lie. Messy Doll got up on what y'all call it? Freaking TikTok. I'm tired, yo. Don't mind me. I work too hard, but I love my children that I work with in the community. I can't see me not being there for them. But yeah, Messy Doll and LaShawn is arguing, beefing to the point where Messy Doll told the whole world LaShawn stole Shamar's money. And I kind of figured that because I already knew LaShawn stole $3,000. But when LaShawn came out of the closet with that big ass $55,000, I knew right then and there he was part of the crew, part of what happened, and took that money. But the point is, they all beefing now because they want they want to get Shamar's attention. At this point, Messy Doll told the world that LaShawn stole the money and how he wasn't never LaShawn's friend and how he uses people, he uses everybody. He says, this is Messy Doll saying that he don't like you motherfucking faggots. that he, another fag calling another fag a fag. That shit crazy to me. But yeah, so LaShawn's goofy ass. LaShawn is a user. I don't care what nobody say. If y'all don't know the story behind LaShawn, let me just say this. When Alvin and Shamar was in LA, LaShawn and the other older gay man Clue broke into Shamar's house. Okay, that's when LaShawn stole the $3,000, okay, and broke the window. So when Shamar got back from LA, Shamar pressed charges against LaShawn. Okay, so as we speak, LaShawn is still going to court behind breaking into Shamar's house and threatening, harassing a handicapped person. So LaShawn mindset was to pretend to be Shamar's friend. Because if he was Shamar's friend, Okay, like our friends with each other. Our friends are family. If my friend need her, if one of my friends need something, and I could be there for them, I'm gonna be there for my friends because me and my friends grew up together. But these friends are vultures. Okay, they only see Shamar as a meal ticket because if LaShawn was Shamar's real friend, Shamar wouldn't be in the predicament he's in now. First and foremost, Shamar do not need not near one of these internet vultures to be involved in his business as far as finding an apartment. But Shamar's so hard headed, and Shamar's so wanting to be in the spotlight would know and not take care of his business and keep allowing Fendi and her management team, Fendi and her management team only uses Shamar to promote Fendi. And Fendi is, I don't care what nobody's saying. This is no shade and this is no hate, but this is the fact and this is the truth what my eyes see. Is a Fendi is a very, very, very boring person. She suck at rapping. She can't rap. Her presence on the stage is slow and shy. Like she's scared of being a rapper, but she's a failed rapper. She hasn't made it. If she ain't made it yet, and she made a hit with Carly B and Gorilla, she ain't made it yet. What makes you think she's gonna make it with Shamar? Shamar's the only hype person in that scenario. But the point is that Fendi and her mother, as the management team, takes all the money. They don't pay Shamar. So I hope by Shamar being in the spotlight last night with Jocelyn, the Puerto Rican princess. I don't know where they get that name for Jocelyn because she is no princess. But anyway, Fendi was there, but you can see as y'all can see, that Fendi is the background. Nobody knew Fendi. It was all about Shamar. Shamar was the light. So I hope they pay Shamar so he'll have all this money for um, Monday, tomorrow. I'm so tired. I swear to God, I'm getting ready to sleep this whole day. So tomorrow I won't be so exhausted. But the point here is all the vultures are turning on themselves. Tommy tried, Tommy brought Shamar's dog some food, okay? But if it was from the kindness of his heart, he wouldn't have got on the internet to look for a pat on the back. See, people do things for Shamar for a pat on the back. I feel like this. Fuck Tommy the gossip. I don't give a fuck if he did buy Shamar some dog food, but then he gonna call Shamar on live and tell Shamar he want an apology. Shamar don't owe not near one of them vultures an apology. They owe Shamar an apology. Then his slow ass, goofy ass. Tommy looks like a termite. I don't give a fuck what he tries to do, how much he tries to imitate women. That is a poor excuse for a gay man. Point blank. Period. I would never like Tommy the gossip. I don't give a fuck what he tries to do to get a pat on the back. But let's make it clear: if Tommy the gossip was doing things, sending dog food to Shamar, that if that was from his heart, he wouldn't have never got online to prove a point that he sent dog food to Shamar for his dog, and they're gonna tell Shamar he wanted apologies. I am so glad Shamar did not apologize because then the vulture got mad and said, called Shamar a llama. But first of all, Tommy keeps saying he got dogs in the house. You got dogs in the cage, bruh. Your dogs are, you need animal patrol to call on your fat, disgusting ass, you bed bug, termite wig wearing ass bastard. I cannot stand you, Tommy the gossip. First and foremost, you keep, if there is dogs in your house, I don't believe, but if you do have dogs in the house, you keep them in cage. You keep those dogs in cages. That you don't take them for walks. You don't take them to go to their veterinarian. Yup. Good morning, Change. God bless you. I said the same thing, Change, that Sheila Wilson, I love you. Good morning, sweetheart. God bless you. I said the same thing. Change. Tommy the Gossip only do things for a pat on the back to make himself look good. But look, you ain't seen shit yet. The vultures are going against each other now. Now they all beefing. Messy Doll beefing with LaShawn. LaShawn beefing with Messy Doll and Tommy. Is Shamar? No, he don't want to beef with Shamar no more because everybody already know that LaShawn. Yes, Chance. I love you, Sheila. Yes, change because, like I said, if Tommy the Gossip was doing it from the kindness of his heart to send Shamar that dog food, then he should have never got. To me, he should have never got on live. He got on live to prove a point so he could get more views. It's all about views for him, and they're all trying. The vultures are all trying to get Shamar to go their way. I just hope Shamar figures it out and see that these people are living off of you. Last night, Shamar was out with Fendi. And you could tell that the crowd don't know Fendi corny ass because I don't care what nobody say. Fendi, the rapper, is very boring on stage and she's corny. She doesn't have a look. She doesn't have the presence to keep my presence. But Fendi, the rapper, and her management team, they only uses Shamar to try to build up Fendi's career. But if y'all can see, ain't nobody gonna spend not $1 on Fendi alone on her career. Come on, if she was such a big rapper, she made 2 hits with the two top female rappers in the game, Carly B and Gorilla. If her career didn't pick up from then, it's not gonna pick up now. Exactly, Sheila. Tommy thinks he's the shit now. Now that I'm just so glad that Alvo is going to take care of his business and do these little 60 days and come on out, and so he doesn't have to deal with people like Tommy or Shamar. But at this point, Tommy the Gossip is a pathetic loser. I don't care what nobody said. He's a weirdo. And I don't care. And I wish President Trump make a law about grown ass men going out in public in women clothes. Because that shit is crazy. They on they to me, Tommy the Gossip, Messy Doll, and LaShawn, along with Shamar, are the four goofiest faggots in the game at the LGBT. They disrespect the LGBT community. They very tacky. They don't have no respect for themselves and they don't have respect for each other. And at this point, that's why the whole community of the society don't really um approve of us gay people because of shit like this. Because yes, Sheila, for real. First and foremost, if you have to create yourself in another character, and like that's like me going outside putting on my strap on. No, for real, for real. I'm just gonna keep it 100. That's like me putting on my strap on, strapping down my breast with ace bandages and go outside and act like a dude and try to pull woman. That's first of all, that's playing. Yeah, they disrespect themselves trying to be. Ain't no way in hell change. If then one of them look like women, I don't. They too big. First of all, they feet too big. They got big ass Adam's apple. They could never be a woman. But I'm just saying, when they have to do that. That's that when a person have to cover up who they are. To me, that's a complex. You have a complex about yourself. You want to be something that you're not, and you're never gonna be. And I just feel like that should be a law that no man that has that he and then Tommy the Gossip be contradicted. He calls other faggots tranny, but what the fuck is you trying to be? Y'all all drag queens that are dressing up in women wigs and women clothes, trying to like it's confusing to me, and I'm gay. It's confusing to me, real talk, because I'm like saying like, why in the hell Why in the hell would a man want a man to dress up as a woman when you got all these beautiful queens in this world today that's biologically born with titties and poom poom? Like, why would you need a grown ass man with a mustache and a beard with socks and a bra to look like a woman? Like, that don't make sense to me. That's confusing to me. I never and never will understand that. Why would a man want a man to dress up like a woman when there's beautiful women walking around this earth today? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? That's why to me, a lot of the fags such as Tommy the Gossip and the rest of them, disgusting as vultures, they are so disrespectful and they are pitiful. They make the gay life and the gay community look like a joke. That's why a lot of people in the public do not respect the gay community, because you got fools like them walking around the earth. What exactly changed? But be careful with ATL, because um, they just got another 20,000 people infested with HIV in ATL. ATL is infested. First, they showed if I'm not mistaken, while I was at work on Tuesday, it was 98,000, and then uh, Friday they came up with another 20,000 people that's infested with AIDS and Atlanta. So that's why I tell y'all no lie about people. Yes, change. Yeah, it's an outbreak. And Atlanta is the number one state that has over 100,000 of people with HIV. With HIV. So yes. And for like I said, that's why I said what I said about Tommy's medical history, because the truth is the truth, you know. But yeah, they all fighting among each other now because they trying to see who Shamar's gonna pick to be in their life. So last night, I was so tired, but I had to get the scoop because Messy Doll is a whole trip. Messy Doll, I got to give him his respect on this one, because he just literally told LaShawn and the rest of those gay men that thinks that he's their friend. He completely set it off last night on TikTok and told the whole world that LaShawn stole. Now y'all remember Messy Doll and LaShawn was acting like they was friends, right? So Messy Doll gets up TikTok and tells LaShawn's business and say that LaShawn's the one that stole Shamar's money, which he did. I mean, like, if you showing a stack of $55,000, I don't even carry that out of my bank, first and foremost. Okay. And you showed LaShawn showed all that money, which was Shamar's money that he stole to buy that condo. LaShawn stole that money. And LaShawn keeps saying he got the career. First and foremost, LaShawn, if you ever see this, I know your career ain't bigger than mine, where you got a career and you getting paid. You trying to make the public think that you get paid weekly $55,000. Let me find out. Let me find out that you got a job that's paying you $55,000 every week, because that's what LaShawn wants us to believe. Because I know goddamn well, God forgive me on your day, that he is not making more money than me. And I work a 9 to 5 for real, for real. I work 40, sometimes 80 hours a day just so my kids is feel like they love and we accomplish. And I don't leave my job until the last child leaves out. And that's word. Until the last child leaves out, I do not leave my job. I put 110% into me and my job, because I love working with the public and I love working with the children and making them turn their life around to a better life. But for LaShawn to think that he's gonna get on the internet and say that good morning, sweetheart. God bless you, Queen P. Um, for LaShawn to get up here and show $55,000, because remember, Shamar was robbed for 60,000. Okay, so let's make it clear. He's talking about I got a career. I graduated from college, and you could tell by his persona that he ain't smarter than a fifth grader, and you ain't graduated from no motherfucking college. LaShawn stole that money, and let's make it clear why LaShawn is so mad at Shamar. It's because, like I said, Shamar pressed charges on LaShawn breaking out his back window, him and Clue, but he didn't know Clue's whole name or last name, so he pressed charges on LaShawn. So ever since then, that's when Alvo and Shamar was in LA doing Zeus. Ever since then, that Shamar pressed charges on LaShawn, and LaShawn is going to court for that. LaShawn is going to court for harassing handicapped person and for breaking the window. Okay. And he's still going to court today. So in LaShawn's mind, he's like, oh, I'm gonna take him down. Even Messy Doll made statements on taking Shamar down. And the problem is today is, okay, yes, we know Shamar is disabled. Yes, we know he has mental issues, but when it comes to Shamar performing his music, Shamar's going to be on top. Not because people feel sorry for him, because Shamar could make it. Oh yeah, Alvo's been dressing. Alvo's, if you followed Alvo from the time he got on the internet from 18 years of age, he's always had that shit on. For real. That little chocolate handsome young king, he always dresses. And I'm so glad that he took himself out of the scenario of being around those destructive, dysfunctional vultures, and they all was on the internet 2 days ago, especially the termite with the wig on. Tommy the Gossip was trying to blame Alvo for Shamar losing 100 billion. How y'all trying to blame Alvo for Shamar's downfall, when first and foremost, when Alvo was in Shamar's life 8 months ago, Shamar was booked and busy, and we all seen that. He was happy with Alvo. He was dressed. Alvo kept him clean. Alvo kept him in that with that shit on. You heard me? So then when Alvo realized his kindness was being abused, he left the scenery and went to Houston. Been in Houston ever since for the last 8 months. And still today, you got Tommy the Gossip and LaShawn. And finally, Messy Doll gave Alvo his flowers last night. But you got LaShawn and Tommy trying to convince the world that Alvo took him down. No, y'all took him down. Y'all took Shamar down. Y'all kept calling Shamar's what happened between Alvo and Shamar. That was between Alvo and Shamar. Yes, it was a nasty breakup. Yes, Al Schiller. Alvo kept Shamar up when Alvo was Shamar's boyfriend, and Alva was in the life, and Alva was taking care of business and making sure Shamar was straight. Shamar had that shit on, girl. I say the same thing, Chain. Yeah, they do. Tommy get his shit from the welfare, from the Salvation Army. His clothes from Salvation Army. Tommy is on the mental health program with people that is infested, and they help them. That's why Tommy never had people at his medical facility apartment. For real. Let's keep it 100. He's infested, and he's on the mental health evaluation program to keep him, you know, making sure that he takes his little HIV and vital pills. I ain't gonna lie, it ain't no joke. Even though I don't like him, it's the truth that Tommy's infested. But He always tries to get. I'm so glad Alva's gonna leave all of this alone when he gets out, because he don't need to be around this. They all disrespectful. They all uses Shamar for a come up, and that's the bottom line, including Fendi. Okay, but last night, Messy Doll finally gave Alvo his flowers, because it's the fact. They all try to. They all. This what they did. They got out. They got into Shamar's head, because anybody could get into Shamar's head. When Shamar's making money, is all about Shamar making money. Shamar doesn't care who, what, when, and how is trying to help him. He is all about Shamar. Shamar's very um evil in his own way. So sometimes, like I said, I have prayed for Shamar and everything like that, but at this point now, I'm gonna say no, and to support in Shamar as far as sending him money, because Shamar plays on us too. Because this is what he does when he makes money. He uses people that help him, such as Alvo and Kay. Kay was his manager. He didn't want to pay Kay for doing her job as his manager. He didn't want to pay Alvo for doing his job, which he really didn't have a job, but he took on the job as being Tommy's Shamar's caretaker. But at this point, I'm tired of Shamar, because Shamar doesn't listen to us, such as me, you, Change, Mary, and Sheila, that we all give good advice to Shamar, or try to get good advice to get to Shamar, and Shamar turns around and just slap us in the face where he doesn't care about what we say, and he just, and now he's begging us, the public, to help get his dog some food, or help, now it's not, is help him get into his apartment. So I'm at this point where my mind is saying, oh hell no, we're not doing that. Because when you was making that money, you was calling the whole public and internet broke, and we wasn't nothing, and all. I mean, like, you it went to your head. You was bigger than the program, Shamar. But at this point, I can't. I can pray for you. That's the best thing I can do for Shamar, is pray for Shamar, because Shamar's not getting it. Exactly, Sheila. That's why I said that Shamar is not getting it, Sheila. You are exactly right. He's not getting it. Shamar's only interest is being in front of a spotlight, trying to pretend he's such a celebrity. He's not a celebrity. And even, and I give him his flowers. The reason why people accept Shamar is because of who and what he looks like, because they know that he's slow, and they know that he needs help. So the celebrities, they embrace him, you know. But his focus should be on what's important today. And Sheila, I tell you no lie, when Shamar made that corny ass song that they sing, e, right, Change. And I say that. I said, and let's make it clear, Fendi and her management crew took all the money from that song they just made, that corny song they just made. Yo, every song that they make is corny. And Shamar can get on stage by himself and be his own performer. He do not need that corny ass rapper Fendi. Fendi's a boring look. She's got a boring look, and she's always in black, and she just looks, she's just not, she doesn't have the center attention presence to me. That's my own opinion, and that's not knocking her. It's just to say that she's not a good rapper. If she was such a great rapper, like I said, she did features with two of the top dogs, women rappers in the game, and still ain't come up. And that was Cardi B. She did a song. She did a feature with Cardi B. She did a feature with Gorilla. She did a feature with that nasty bitch, Sexy Red, infested ass. and still ain't come up. For real though, Queen P, and still ain't come up. So Fendi is not the spotlight. If you go after I hang up with 75% of my time up here, my phone on 75%. But after I hang up, I want all of y'all. Yes, yes, change. That's what I said. That's what I said. You. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. The first time that they made that song, Fendi and her management team took all the money. Took all the money and then made a statement saying that she don't owe nobody shit. She ain't giving nobody shit. And as far as Shamar not having a place to say, that is not her problem. Fendi made those kind of comments since they made that song and her management team did not pay Shamar. So here it is. Shamar's out with that same crew because they're trying to promote Fendi. They really ain't trying to promote Shamar. They're trying to promote Fendi. So they go and get Shamar to go out with Fendi. And if y'all go and see Shamar, go on Shamar's page, y'all gonna see Shamar is the star. Fendi's the background. And she stays in the background. And then when she sung her part, because I had to, I ain't gonna get up here and start lying. So I had to go look at the video for myself and get my own opinion. And Shamar, to me, is the Flavor Flav of the group. And why I say the Flavor Flav, because Flavor Flav was Chuck D's hype man. Because, yeah, boy, so he was the hype man. Okay, so he got to me, Flavor Flav got more shine than Chuck D. You know what I'm saying? So Shamar is the hyper in that scenario where he was getting all the help, and then when Fendi went to sing her part, nobody even knew who the fuck she was, and the only person that helped them hype it up more was Jocelyn when Jocelyn started dancing with Shamar. Shamar is the shine. And Fendi and her management team only uses Shamar. So I hope by Shamar performing last night that he don't have to be up here begging. So because by him performing last night should have gave him enough money to put on his apartment. See, Shamar's not thinking about where to live. I'm gonna keep it real. To me, my opinion, my personal opinion, it's like it's tiring to try to help Shamar because he only wants to be on stage. Shamar don't care if he is living in a cardboard box. As long as he can perform, that's good enough for him. Shamar's been performing for the last month or two for free. When you see him with what's Diamond the Body for free, he doing everything for free. Everybody's taking advantage of him, and he doesn't want our advice, so I don't give it no more. I'm gonna keep it 100. I am not gonna waste my time on a 28-year-old grown ass man that don't want our advice, that knows he needs help, but won't go to nobody. And because if y'all know that if Shamar goes to the SSI department where he's on, they will automatically put Shamar up in a apartment and help Shamar get an apartment and all that. But Shamar don't want to listen to us because he keep thinking in his mind that a caretaker, for real, Sheila, that a caretaker is going to mess up his career. No, I keep trying to explain. I swear to God, I've been writing Shamar since last week in his DM, explaining to Shamar that a caretaker is not there to mess up his career. His caretaker is there to help him improve on taking care of himself, will help him teach him how to clean the house, teach him how to cook, teach him how to read and write, teach him how to count money. The caretaker is there to help him. And I've been trying to explain this to Shamar, and it's just going in one ear and out the other. Maybe I need to get on a stage and a microphone for Shamar to listen. But at this point, I'm tired. I am. I'm just like tired and drained of helping a situation or trying to help a situation that don't want to be helped. Shamar don't care about nothing. He don't, to be honest with you, only time Shamar cares about what's going on with Shamar when he realizes that he doesn't have the people that he needs to be around in his life. And then now he arguing with us and angry at us. He an angry bird asking us for money, but didn't you just have $60,000, bruh? You know, and the people and us people that was trying to help you, you called us broke. So, I don't even like at this point. I am so sick of all four of them. I'm sick of Shamar. I'm sick of Tommy. Yes, he do need to put his. I told him that too. I told Shamar that too last night, the night before, especially Friday night because I was so bored doing a double. I was falling asleep, so I said, "Let me get up." Because you can't fall asleep on the job. I don't want to be like that McDonald manager. She fall asleep and everybody taking free food. So I didn't want to fall asleep because I have to pay attention to the children. But yeah, I was in his DM and I was telling him, yo, you got to put your pride aside, my dude. You got to put your pride aside because the only people that's going to help you in a realistic way is your SSI department, and you don't have to owe them shit. I told Shamar that they will pay his first month's rent and his security deposit. Okay, no, they will pay his first month's rent, but Shamar will have to pay his security deposit. So when and if he decides to move, he can get his security deposit back. But Shamar will only have to pay his security deposit. But his SSI people will give him the money, and will find him a decent place, a safer place than where he was at. But he doesn't want to listen to us. He thinks that his little internet vultures are his friends and he wants to be around them. And that he's scared of Fendi. He's scared of Fendi because of her and her management team. He's scared of LaShawn because LaShawn is a threat to him as far as physical. LaShawn could beat Shamar up, So by him being afraid to speak his mind and tell the people that he's not getting paid when he's on stage with corny ass Fendi, Shamar don't say anything. Shamar just accepted because his only interest is being in front of the camera, and that's where I said, yeah, change. What reason why I'm saying this change is because the children that are 18 years old in the program that I work for, that we have to sign them up for special needs such as getting an apartment and everything. And I tell you no lie, these kids are 18 years old. Once they're 18 years old, they're on their own because their parents don't, just some of their parents just neglect and don't have good parenting skills. But they take them and they pay their rent, and they pay their rent, and some of them that don't have the deposit, they pay the money for their deposit and put them in what good, beautiful places, and make sure that they're safe, real talk, but Shamar doesn't want that. But Shamar thinks that, well, I don't need no help. I don't need no caretaker. I don't need no caretaker. So he's set that he doesn't need a caretaker. So God bless him. I wash my hands with it because I got too much going on with these children to be wasting my time on somebody that don't want the help. That don't want the help. You could see just by Shamar's presence that nobody, including the fake ass management team that he's trying to act like he's down with Fendi, you can tell they don't give a fuck about him. You could watch when y'all go on Shamar's Big Marco Instagram page and see his performance last night. Shamar is good with his performance, but his pants was nice, but his shirt, and it's just like you could tell they didn't give it wasn't about him. It wasn't about him as far as him getting clothes to perform in, but it was all about Shamar. It wasn't about Fendi. And Fendi sits in the background, and all she do, her management is team is her mother and her family. So they take advantage of Shamar because they're trying to build up Fendi's career, and ain't nobody even fucking reaching for Fendi's career. Who the fuck is gonna, like? Come on now, Chance. Come on now, Sheila. Come on now, Queen P. Come on now, y'all. Who is gonna buy that? Is y'all gonna download that song? E fuck that nigga. Who's the what? Like who is no? Ain't no way will that be jamming in my speakers in my car. Hell no. Corny ass song. Yes. Yup. And look at Shamar. Only thing nice about Shamar was those damn pants. Everything else, and they had his hair doing good because hair and makeup. You got to go to hair and makeup and shit. But otherwise than that, Fendi's management team don't give two fucks about Shamar. They're only using Shamar to try to build up Fendi's career, and she's a boring rapper. Okay? Yes. And Shamar really thinks that song because he said something about eating woman's poom poom. Like, boy, ain't no woman, I don't care what Shamar say, ain't no woman ever gonna let Shamar eat their poom poom. Like, go boy, go sit down somewhere. I swear, I love Shamar, but I just like, yo, bruh, you doing too much. His head, his mind span is just being about being on stage. But the sad part, you got all these vultures around him, and they see that Shamar doesn't have a legal team behind him, because when Kay was his manager and Alvo was his protector and his I know that. That's what I said because I asked. One matter of fact, change. I asked a friend that I have a couple of friends in Chicago. I was like, do y'all be listening to Fendi the rapper? And they was like, who? Yeah, they was like, who? That's why she always coming to Atlanta. That's why she takes her ass down to. But she's corny. Like she's mad corny, bruh. Like she made like on God, and that's not the hate on this young lady, but she's corny. Her presence corny, her look is corny, her sound is corny. Like, bruh, no, she ain't the it person for no videos with Shamar. And then when she is on stage with Shamar, if you go see, she hides behind Shamar. She sees that she doesn't have that presence in front of the camera by herself singing her part. You're gonna see, watch when you watch the video, you're gonna see, and she's looking around for Shamar. She's looking around for Shamar. She doesn't have that presence. And I'm just telling you that the only reason why they come down to Atlanta to get Shamar is to try to build Fendi's career. And that's kind of messed up. They see that Shamar doesn't have his management team. They see that Kay and Alva's out the picture. So they all just using Shamar as a meal ticket. And Shamar's not seeing it and he's not getting it because he's in front of the mic and he's performing. So that's the only thing that Shamar wants. And it's not funny, but it's just like, man, it's like pulling your hair out trying to get Shamar to realize what we're trying to teach him and where we trying to guide him. Because if he gets no lie, if Shamar gets this professional help from his SSI department, it's not a bad thing. Bruh, you accept SSI checks. So how could you not put your pride aside and go get their help? You ain't got to pay them not a dime to help you. They there to help Shamar. The SSI department is there that he ain't got to pay them 10 cents because LaShawn don't give a fuck. LaShawn, hi friend, that's my best friend. Do you see LaShawn giving Shamar back any of that $55,000 that he was counting on the internet? Do you see him giving Shamar any of his money back? Exactly. Exactly. Fendi couldn't stand the fact that Alva was around. And Alva was getting her clothes too. Alva was styling her also. But Fendi knew when Alva was around that she was not, her and her management team wasn't playing Shamar because Alva made sure that Shamar got his money, his booking money up front. And that's what you're supposed to do. Get your money up front and then you go perform. Okay. So Fendi didn't like that about Alva was on point and Alva was paying attention. So she made up all these lies talking about Alva, Shamar's boyfriend is the problem. No, he's not the problem. He's the problem for Fendi and his and her management team that was trying to rob Shamar and Alva to charge. And that's what he was supposed to do. That was Shamar's man. He was supposed to take charge. And they didn't like that about Alvo. Then they try to make Shamar, they told Shamar in order for him to be on their management platform that he had to delete all his pictures of him kissing Alvo on internet. What Shamar's a gay man. Alvo's a gay man. They're gay. Okay, so why would they have to why would Shamar have to delete? Yes, Alvo and Kay really helped. Kay was the only reason why Kay got mad at Shamar is because she's your manager and you're not paying her. Nobody's working for free. And Alvo and Kay was doing a lot for Shamar. When Shamar, after Shamar made that song, You're Not My Friend, You're My Enemy, Kay and Alvo came into Shamar's life and turned Shamar's life completely around. He was making money, he was booking, he was going everywhere, everywhere. Okay, but Shamar did not want to pay him. Shamar's head got bigger than the program. And he didn't want to pay them. Then he started talking shit to Alvo, talking about he ain't gonna never be nobody and all this other shit. And here it is, this young man, younger than you, younger than Shamar, trying to help you, put his life on hold, trying to help you, and you gonna turn around because he got you making all, they got him and Kay got you making all this money. You gonna tell this young man he ain't never gonna be nobody, but he's helping you to try to be somebody. That's when Alvo finally realized that when Alvo was in Atlanta, when he got with Shamar, he had his own apartment. Okay, he had his own apartment, was in his own apartment. Then he started helping Shamar out to the point where he was helping Shamar out so much he didn't even pay his rent. So yes, all that negative, yeah, because you know Tommy's gonna talk negative about any and everybody anyway, change because Tommy wants to be in control and Tommy doesn't want Shamar in his life because he cares about Shamar. Tommy wants Shamar in his life because he sees Shamar as a meal ticket and he wants to Tommy is desperately wanting to be in the spotlight. So that's time. If Shamar ever decides to be around Tommy again, I will never, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, ever will say anything to help Shamar. I will stop supporting Shamar at that point. Because Tommy's a negative person. He tries to make everybody look bad and try to make it like he's a good person. But no, Tommy is an ignorant bitch. Point blank, period. They only see him as a meal ticket. And the two people that was helping Shamar, which was Kay and Alvo, they got them away from them. And I don't blame Kay. Like, motherfucker, I'm working for you. I got 5 kids, and I'm your management. I'm making sure everything is set, and you don't want to pay me. I got, like, who works for free? And then when he said that to Alvo, and then Alvo, at because he was putting more into Shamar's career, was about to be evicted from his apartment and asked Shamar, I'm helping you, Shamar. I'm making sure you clean, boom, boom, boom. Like, could you give me money to pay my rent? And Shamar said no. And that's when Alvo realized 8 months ago that that wasn't for him. And that's when he left. And he's been in Houston since and been doing good by himself. And Alvo is his own meal ticket because that young man has his own management team that took him. Remember, Alvo went to Vegas? Remember, Alvo was doing the modeling. So Alvo has his own team. He don't need Shamar. Yeah, yeah. And Tommy got the audacity to be talking about that woman's children. That woman, regardless to where the fuck she live, as she is with her children, all 5 of them, all 3 of them, all 3 of her children. Kay is always with her children, no matter what. But Tommy's never with his son. Tommy only does steals his son's pictures from his son's page and posts them on his page to make it look like he's in his son's life. Tommy ain't never in his son's life, and got the nerve. And anybody, I don't give a fuck who likes this or not. Any woman that sits underneath Tommy and be glad that he's talking about Kay and her children, you are a pathetic loser just like Tommy. Yes, he needs to focus. Absolutely, Sheila. As much as he's talking about this woman and her children, and talk about show her keys, and that's the point. Is they so into and show what's going on in your life. She doesn't have to show her keys and where she lives and show proves anything to Tommy the Gossip. But Tommy the Gossip wants everybody to overlook that he does not he's an embarrassment to his son. He's an embarrassment to his son, especially when his dumb ass get up here and put on women wigs and women clothing. Tommy the Gossip does not be around his son at all. And it's sad. His son is being raised by his father, who has health issues of his own, and all those kids that live in his father's basement are defending for themselves. Are defending for themselves. Cause Tommy's baby mama, she's a lesbian, a masculine lesbian, a butch. She's a butch, and she's a crackhead. So she's just running the streets, getting high, smoking, not worrying about her son. Tommy's on the internet. He dressed up as a woman and want to be a woman and want to act a fool, and that's what they do it to neglect their son. But he's always talking about other women's son. Oh yeah, his son knows he's gay. For sure, his son knows he's gay because I'm quite sure that boy is 9 years old. I know for a fact he's being picked on because of Tommy. Because of Tommy. Every time he goes to school around other children, they probably calling him a sissy. They probably say he's a sissy like his father. That boy is being picked on, and at this point in time, Tommy don't give a damn about his son. Don't care that his son is going to be going to school, and they're going to bully his son because of him, because of Tommy's uh, um, performance on the internet. Like, it's okay to be who you are, but you are not a woman, so that's not okay. To me, that's not okay. especially when he be putting on them cheap ass wig looking like Aunt Esther. He had on a wig looking like Aunt Esther the other day. Like, bruh, like, knock it off. There ain't nothing sexy about a man in some leotards or stockings and a wig on and a skirt. That's not sexy to me. Ain't nowhere sexy. And any man that think that he needs another man to dress up as a woman has a mental issue. Has a mental issue that needs to have a psychiatrist in their life 24/7, 7 days a week, because it makes no sense that a man that wants to be with another man, but you want that man, a girl, think he's holiday heart. Yes, he think he holiday heart. Like, come on. And it's confusing to me. Like, it's confusing to me. And like, real talk. Like, why would a man want a man to dress up as a woman? And you got all these beautiful queens out here in the world. Man, I'm glad I'm a lesbian because I get all the women. They fine as fuck. Like, how you want a man to dress up like a woman and you got women in the world? If you want a woman, go get you a biological born woman. Why would you want a man to pretend that he's a woman? Makes no sense to me, and it's confusing. It's confusing. It's, to me, is sending. I got a complex problem. I got a complex problem about who I am. And Tommy knows if he goes out in the world, because we ain't never, ever, 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 ever seen Tommy with nobody but Alvo. And that was fake. As long as Thomas been on this internet, I never, ever, 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 ever seen him with a man. They all keep him. He always keeps saying, "I got a man. I got a man." Bruh, you don't have a man. And second of all, if you was comfortable in your own skin and you think that you could pull men, then you will pull men looking like a man, a gay man, not personating a woman. That's how most of them, no lie, gets killed in the community, because they be personating a woman, and the men think, and they walk in the stroll. No, Apple definitely don't want him. Never did, never will. Definitely don't want him. Apple's too fine for Tommy. And that's mentally, physically, and emotionally. Apple would never want. Who the fuck would want to be with Tommy? Tommy character alone turns you off. So who the hell wants to be, who wants to be in a relationship with somebody that dress up like a woman? Because that's what Apple said. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Why would I want a man dressed up as a woman? If I want a woman, I'm gonna go out there and get me a woman. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, that's why I say those type of idiots and vultures has no respect for themselves. So that's why the community, society don't really have respect for gay people, because you got idiots like Tommy thinking that he could put on a damn dress and a wig and impersonate a woman, and it's okay with society. It's not okay. That's perpetrating a fraud to me, because that's why most of them, if you haven't noticed, you go back from 2025 to 2018 and go and check and say how many they call themselves transgenders, but they're not transgender. If they're drag queens, men's that are dressing up in women clothing, and how many of them got killed for that? You know, perpetrating a fraud, making they out there on the stroll like Tommy be doing, out on the stroll, down at the gay bar, or not the gay bar, around straight men pretending to be a woman, is gonna get him killed. That's not even saying it out of hatred, but that's the truth. Because nowadays these people are freaking out with men dressed up as women, and then they go and have sex with it, and they find out that this man is a woman, they go berserk. This man just killed a gay man that was dressed up as a woman like 2 months ago. I forgot what state it was in, but 2 months ago, he went and tricked with this man dressed in a woman's clothing and, did things, did things with this man. And then come to find out, he found out he was having sex with a man. He killed that drag queen. See, Tommy don't know the difference. He keep calling them trannies. Trannies, y'all ain't trannies. Y'all grown ass men dressed in women clothes and y'all drag queen. Just like RuPaul, he's a drag queen. Or it just don't make no sense. I don't get it. I really don't, and I'm not trying to get it. I just think that that's just so um disrespectful and so confusing. Like, what the fuck? Like, no. Mm-mm. First and foremost, you got big hands, big feet, big ass Adam's apple, mustache and a beard, shadow in your face. What makes you think a man will want you over a woman? And like, I don't get that part. You can't have a woman's voice because I'm quite sure these men today know women voices from men voices who tries to pretend to be men. That's why I say, I swear to God, Sheila, I can't stand that shit. I really do. I can't stand men in wigs. I can't stand it. I hate that. And that's like that dude, Charles, your lunch is ready, calling himself Mrs. Netta. No, and every time I see that big, tall, goofy ass, now that dude look like Saucy Santana from Connecticut. I know something, but look, yeah, Saucy Santana. Um, he's in the middle. He's in the middle for me because he only puts his wigs on when he's on TikTok, but when he's performing at Saucy Santana, he's performing without his wigs on. So I like his music to a certain extent, but his character, uh, I'm in the middle on that. I'm on a seesaw with Saucy Santana because he performs looking like a dude, gay dude, but then when he on TikTok, he's in his wigs and makeup. So it's confusing. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely confusing. Um, but I don't dislike Saucy. I like the fact that um I don't know. I don't know. He can make music. I like the fact that he can make music. Cause I swear I can't stand people like Big Frida thinking that Big Frida, like they had to shut Big Frida down, like, bruh, you a grown ass man. There ain't no way in hell we calling you no damn woman. They shut Big Frida's ass down. I don't see the point. My point is that these men that be portraying and perpetrating to be women, they get into this character as a woman, right? But then try to act like they know more than they know more than a biological woman, and they know what to tell a woman how to dress. And like, no, no. And like, let me go back to that dude that be saying, Charles, your lunch is ready. Like, dude, first and foremost, bruh, you definitely look like Holiday Heart, but you a grown ass man with that dude Joe that say, Charles, your lunch is ready. Yo, that shit crazy. Now that is, oh man, God, that right there. Oh, that relationship. You can't tell me Slow Bus Charles is not slow in the motherfucking head. He ain't, man, he keeps talking about, listen, that right there, I don't like men. I swear to God, I just don't like men that dresses up as women and think that they can overpower real women today. And that's what that dude, Joe Netta, with all his fat, trying to talk about he got titty. See, they make this whole shit. That's why people don't have respect for us gay people, because they make people want to make fun of us. Because who the hell, a grown ass man, uh like he got to be like 7'2", big ass feet like Shaquille O'Neal, talking about Charles, your lunch is ready. What the fuck is that? It's a gorilla, la, 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 la. For real. That shit be crazy. And then they be trying to outdo women. Like, no, how we go? And then that dude, the one that be saying, Charles, your lunch is ready, he be thinking that women need to watch him cook. Why would any woman need to watch him cook? But yeah, Tommy and them, they all need psychiatrists. I don't care what nobody say. They all think that Shamar is slow. They all slow. My sister, what she say? I be seeing my text messages. My sister just texted me. She needs my company. Uh, I guess she must be driving up here to North Carolina to get me, because I know damn well I ain't driving. I know I ain't driving 2 hours to no damn, almost 4 hours to North Carolina. Not me. But if I take the back road, it'd be 2 hours, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. I'm telling you, I am exhausted. I'm sorry, sis. I'm exhausted. I love you to death. But I'm getting ready to sleep this whole day. I got work in the morning. And Monday mornings, I hate Monday mornings. I do. But let's go back to the program. I just believe that Tommy's gonna go to jail first and foremost, because Alva pressed charges about him using his identification. But this is why I say, if Shamar goes back around Tommy and decides to let Tommy in his life, he'd be foolish. Because if you see Tommy's on the internet using somebody else's identity and ordering shit in that person's name, what makes you think Tommy's not gonna take your identity? Take all your identifications information like he did Alvo. So I'm just saying, Shamar, I don't know what to say, my people. I swear to God, I don't even know what to say to Shamar, because it's like I'm talking to a brick wall. A brick wall, because he'll say, yeah, you right. In his DM, he'll say, yeah, I'm right. And then get in front of the camera and do a whole complete different thing. So I don't know what to do anymore. I do know what to do. I know I could just give advice to Shamar and keep it pushing, because I was to the point where I was worried about Shamar. I really was, to the point I wanted to take me and my crew down to Atlanta and just grab Shamar off the streets. Yes, that's what I'm going to do, Sheila. I'm just going to continue to pray for him, because my advice to Shamar, he's not getting it. He's telling me he don't need a caretaker, and I'm telling him he does. And I'm trying to tell him a caretaker is not going to stop him from being with goofy, slow ass Fendi. I will, Sheila. I'm going to continue to pray for him. I'm just not gonna. I'm just not gonna. My advice that I give to Shamar and his DMs, he hears me, but then he do a different thing. So I don't even know. I just gotta ask God to give him some kind of guidance, because at this point, if Shamar isn't getting it by now, and your so-called best friend, is laughing at you, your 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 dog needed food. He didn't buy you no food. He didn't buy your dog no food. He ain't take you around to find you no apartment. He ain't take you to, and they all know, if they I think, my opinion change is, Sheila. I think they all know, if Shamar goes get help through his uh SSI department, it's over for them. You know what I said? Because he'll have somebody constantly in his life every month checking on him, making sure he's okay. And I try to explain that to Shamar. Shamar, these people at the SSI department, they don't give a fuck what you doing. They just care about your well-being. Do you understand that? And he's just like, I don't know. He's not getting it. He's not getting it, and I'm getting tired of trying to explain it to him. So you're right. The only thing I could do is continue to pray for Shamar, because Messy Dow and LaShawn got at it last night, girl. On well, LaShawn wasn't on TikTok, but Messy Dow was, and Messy Dow told it all, and he was like, LaShawn stole all of Shamar's money, which I believe, because where LaShawn get $55,000 from? He keeps saying he has a career. What career do you have that's going to pay you $55,000 a month? Ain't no way. And I got a good paying job. I get over $25 an hour. So I know goddamn well he ain't making more money than me, and I'm doing a 9 to 5. I know goddamn well LaShawn ain't got no damn job better than me, and I get over $25 an hour. You feel me? I get paid more than $25 an hour. Well, fuck. And you trying to tell me a nigga that's sitting on the goddamn internet hanging around with somebody with a disability and you taking advantage of, you got $55,000? So Messy Dow was on TikTok last night and he told it all. He said LaShawn stole Shamar's money. He told LaShawn that he was never his friend. He was just using him to get all his information. Messy Dow went 0 to 100 last night on LaShawn. I said, look at these vultures. They all fighting among each other now, because now it's a free throw. It's a free throw. Shamar's a free throw. So they all should. Shamar's scared of LaShawn because he do look like he's an aggressor. I already know he would beat the shit out of Shamar just because of his aggressiveness and his real masculine look. But Shamar's scared of LaShawn. But I hope Shamar realizes that ain't none of them his friend. You're a meal ticket for all of them. For friend Fendi, because Fendi's using you to try to build up her career and taking all the money, you know. Tommy, he only wants Shamar around him. Yes, it is true, Sheila. Tommy, Fendi only wants Shamar around her because she's trying to build her career as a rap artist, which she sucks. Tommy only wants Shamar around because he wants to be in the spotlight and know that Shamar knows all these celebrities, because Tommy don't know not nobody. Nobody knows Tommy the gossip, but Shekinah Joe, that's a reject from a loving hip hop and don't have a job. Those are the people that are trying to use Shamar to get so Shamar can build up their clientele. Messy Dow, he only used Shamar story as his storylines to live off of Shamar's life and what's going on in Shamar's life. Messy Doll used him for content. LaShawn used him for everything but content. Okay, and what y'all don't realize is why LaShawn helped. Check this out, Sheila and Change. LaShawn's supposed to be Shamar's best friend. Remember, before the winter end this year, where Shamar was out there fighting we thought it wasn't a disabled woman, but it was actually a disabled man in a wig, but he still was not disabled, a homeless man in the wig, and we thought it was a woman because it looked like a woman because it had a wig on, but it was a man. But anyway, he was homeless. Guess who was behind the camera telling them telling Shamar, go ahead, Shamar, fight him one-on-one. LaShawn. Guess who was behind the camera when Shamar jumped the thing at the train station? LaShawn. Guess who was behind the camera when Shamar went up to this homeless man and he pulled a gun out on Shamar and told Shamar if he didn't get the F away from him, he was going to shoot Shamar. Guess who was behind the camera encouraging Shamar to keep bothering homeless people? LaShawn. Every time Shamar gets into a confrontation in the community, who is he with? LaShawn. And the only reason why LaShawn is angry on the inside at Shamar is because I told you, y'all, that Shamar pressed charges over the wintertime, pressed charges on LaShawn. Because right before Shamar got robbed for the $60,000, LaShawn broke into his house and broke the back window and stole $3,000. So Shamar didn't have Clue's identity. You know, his only knew him by Clue, didn't know his real name and last name, so he couldn't press charges on Clue, but he pressed charges on LaShawn because he knew who LaShawn was and knew LaShawn's last name. So still today, LaShawn is still facing charges and court cases appearances for that. So LaShawn really is not Shamar's friend. He feels like Shamar was trying to put him in prison, so he was going to bring Shamar down, and that's exactly what they did. They were set to do. And that's sad to me because it shows how the unity of Black community is not secured. When you have Black people destroying Black people, envy of Black people, envy of another Black person, don't want to see another Black person grow, can't say nothing nice about another Black person, and that's coming from your own Black culture, is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I wish all the people that don't have respect for their Black culture go around other cultures, such as my culture, Jamaican, such as Chinese culture, Mexican culture, Spanish culture, uh, uh, Italian cultures. Go around different cultures and see how close that culture is, because the Black community never had a unity. Never had a unity. The Black men's didn't get shit out of the Million Man March. No Black man on this face of this earth, some of them probably that out of I'll say half of the men on this planet that marched on the Million Man March, not one Black man that's in the ghetto or that's living in a negative way got anything out of the Million Man March. They don't even know why they marched. I guarantee you, if you ask one of those Black men in the streets today, what did you get out of the Million Man March? And they're going to say nothing, but they don't know the purpose of it was. Okay. So I just feel that the lack of unity in the Black community and the Black culture it needs to change. It needs to come together, because destroying each other is only making other cultures grow more. And how the white man, no offense to my white audience or my white friends or my white family members, y'all know what white people I'm talking about, sit back and laugh at us and laugh at the Black culture killing each other, setting each other up to go to jail. If you haven't noticed, in the news, all you see is the white people trying to use our Black faces as a come up. Every time you turn around, oh, this police officer killed the black man, or this white man just told this black girl called her a nigger. First and foremost, I don't know who told these white people that nigger means a black person. If you look it up in the dictionary, it means ignorance. But because the slave owners back in the day felt the need to call the African slaves that they brought from Africa, the motherland, Negroes and niggers, they think nigger is supposed to be a black person. And it's actually not. If you're intelligent to know that, it means ignorance. But the black community is killing each other while the white community is sitting back laughing at you. Because if you ever notice, all that's in the news today is a white man either disrespecting a black person or a white man or a white cop killing a black person. Okay? And if that's the only time black lives will matter to you, that's crazy. That's crazy. Because and I call myself black because I have black skin, even though my nationality is Jamaican. But I'm just saying, if black culture, the black American culture, pull together and understand the fact that this is our land. This is our fucking land. Our ancestors from Africa came over here and was beaten by whips and chains to build our land. This is our land. We allow the white man to take to take take all the grants and take all the accomplishment out of what black people built today in this world. We created everything. Just like they give they fake narrative, Einstein created the light. No, Einstein didn't create the light, and Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. Now let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. For real, all the time you see that shit. Let's keep it 100. This is our land. And if I can convince every black person that's on the face of this planet to realize this is our land, and if we would fight together in unity to get back our land, because even our president of the United States of America today says the same thing I'm saying now. This is the black people's land. President Donald Trump made that statement 2 weeks ago. Hell yeah, he's going to do for the black community because this is their land. And they need to get credit for their land. And they need to get their land back. So if our president is saying that, and he's fighting for us as a unity to come together, we will be powerful. But see, black people today, they so used to hating and hurting each other. They rather sell drugs in our black community to kill our children and our mothers and fathers than to go out and on Hollywood Boulevard or in the white culture and go sell drugs. Go get them high. Go get them on drugs. Why are you destroying your community? You got black people destroying their own community, trash everywhere. You got sneakers hanging on the telephone wires, knowing that that's the drug area. You got dumbass gangbangers that are just out there shooting, having shootouts among each other and don't care if stray bullets hitting innocent people. It's too much. Too much going on. Too much in this world going on. And I just feel that President Trump needs to make I'm getting ready to say this, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. President Trump needs to make a law about any men walking in society with a dress or a wig on should get a fine. And if they get more than five fines about personating a woman, they should go to jail. And why I say that, that's only for their protection, because I'm telling you, these crazy people, the world has changed. People don't have respect for people. So if you can catch a weirdo, a lunatic that's trying to have sex with you, and then he finds out he just had sex or got a blowjob from a man, he gonna kill you. And that's what they're doing today. You see, even though that's not the proper word for them, you'll see in the news a transgender, which a transgender is not. No, I don't know where the fuck they got that from. Just because a man want to cut his balls off and his penis off, I don't know what make them think that that's a new era. That is not a new era. That's some crazy shit. Any man that wants to cut his balls off and think that he could become a woman has mental issues. I don't care what you feel like on the inside, because that's the first thing a faggot to say. Oh, I feel like a woman on the inside, so I know I was meant to be born a woman. If you was meant to be born a woman, you would have been born a woman. Even if you do have feminine traits on the inside, you still can be a man. You still can look at Alvo. Let's use him. You don't never see that young man dressed in no damn wig and dressed in no damn. He the only gay man on the motherfucking internet besides Saucy Santana and the Pluto and Nuke and that have boyfriends that be around, and they all be men. Like, my best gay couple is uh Jalen and I can't think of his boyfriend name. They so different, they so different because they're not like, I like gay men that don't fucking have to personate a woman. I don't care how feminine you could be. You could be feminine as a man, but still be a man. To get up on the internet and look like Tommy, mm-mm. And then I see it in the Tommy's comment. Oh, you look good when you clean up. What? That I don't give a fuck what nobody said. That does not look good on no man. No wig, no makeup, no lipstick, none of that. I don't even wear none of that. I'm pure. I'm pure. My skin is pure. It's Jamaican. But no, like that's just it's first and foremost, you continue to dress up as a woman. Tommy continues to dress up as a woman, looking like a fucking termite in a wig. Like, he just every time he puts on uh a wig, I got a different name for him. His last wig he had on was Aunt Esther. He looked like Aunt Esther. Now this wig he got on today, he looked like a termite in a wig with all that, I don't know what y'all call it, foundation on his face. Like, that's weird to me. And they talk, and those women, I'm sorry to say this, and no hate to any women, because I love women. I do. I love y'all women. I think women are gorgeous. I love women. But with an exception of the ones that are on Tommy the Gossip page, they so pathetic, pathetic. There ain't nothing funny about sitting around gossiping about other people's life, being bitter, carrying hatred, talking about people's children on Tommy's line. That's what Tommy do. If he ain't trying to suck Owl's dick, he talking about Kay and her children, Shamar and his issues. But yet has to be around his own son, be a father to his son. As much as he put all this energy into knowing somebody else's business, or trying to bring another gay man down, or trying to talk about a woman and her children, he needs to start being a father to his son. Stop. As a matter of fact, the first thing Tommy needs to do, stop embarrassing your son on the internet. Not only do his friends season His teacher sees it. Everybody sees your father screaming demon on the internet with a funky ass bonnet on or a funky ass wig on, or your father's in a skirt and and yo, you don't think his teachers sees this shit and then have to give extra protection to Tommy's son because he's getting bullied on the playground? It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. There is nothing Tommy can do to make me say good things about him. Nothing. Nothing. Because even if he did send Shamar's dog some food, bitch, he did it for a pat on the back. Because as soon as he did it, guess what he did? Came right to the internet and showed everybody that he spent $10 to I'll say 20, no more than $20 because you got to pay for shipping and handling. So no more than $20 for a bag of dog food where he keeps his dogs in a fucking cage that they're dying, malnutritious, don't bark, he don't walk them, he don't take them to the veterinarian, he talking about he's a dog lover. You probably smell like a motherfucking dog. Your house probably smell like dog. You keep those fucking dogs locked up in a fucking cage. And then he closes his door. You don't ever see him feeding no dog. You don't ever see Tommy walking them dogs. Okay, you don't ever see Tommy take those dogs to the vet because they got fucking knotted ass hair and mute all over themselves and shit, or living in a shitty ass dog cage. Okay, so he did that. Tommy did that for a pat on the back. Oh, they probably, oh dear Tommy, that was nice. Tommy bought Shamar some dog food. Fuck your dog food, son. Real talk, fuck that dog food, bruh. And then he bragged about it. And then what he did, he gets on the phone and calls Shamar. And the first thing he says to Shamar, you can't say thank you. And Shamar said, thank you for what? He said, for the dog food. He said, thank you. Shamar said, thank you, with a snotty ass attitude. And then he proceeded to ask Shamar, I'm waiting for my apology. I'm waiting for my apology. And so Shamar said, apology for what? Why do you feel I owe you an apology? And he said, because you talked about my son. And Shamar wouldn't have never talked about Tommy's son if Tommy didn't talk about Shamar's dead mother. And how could he talk about Shamar's dead mother when he got a dead mother? You see how this go? You see how this go? Okay, so then he said to Shamar, I'm waiting for my apology. Shamar said, well, you're going to be waiting because I ain't giving you no apology. And that's when he turned to say, well, fuck you, llama motherfucker. And then started cussing Shamar out, and Shamar hung up. Okay, so how is that? How is Tommy the Gossip a friend? Let me make this clear to y'all. Tommy the Gossip was the first one in Shamar's life. Way before Alvo came along, way before Kay came along, Tommy the Gossip and Shamar was friends. Way before Alvo came along, because it used to be Tommy the Gossip, some other fat faggot that looked like Fat Albert, and Shamar. So if Tommy the Gossip was so into being Shamar's friend, how come you didn't help Shamar then? You let Shamar live with you because of the fact of the content she wanted to make, and then you thought Shamar, excuse me, was going to bring you to another level, and he didn't. So while Shamar stayed with you, you treated Shamar like dirt. You use Shamar. Okay, so now boom, here comes Alvo. No, K. K's trying to get Shamar situated. Tommy didn't like that. Then boom, here comes Alvo. So before before Shamar and Alvo got together, Shamar was with this other dude. So Tommy, while because Shamar was still staying with Tommy, and Tommy seen that Shamar was with somebody. And it's funny how Shamar could get a boyfriend and Tommy can't. That's crazy to me. That's some weird shit to me. How the fuck is Shamar getting all these men and Tommy ain't getting not one? Not one. So he seen Shamar was with his boyfriend. So Alva was there, and he wanted to pretend to be in a relationship with Alva. That failed because Tommy started throwing his aggressiveness on Alva, taking advantage of this young man. Alva didn't want it. Okay. So now Tommy's sees Alva and Shamar hooks up, become a relationship. And now they see Tommy is mad again. You took a bum, calling Alva a bum because he mad that Alva don't want to be in a relationship. Tommy ain't gonna never have nothing good to say about Alva because Alva rejected him. So anyway, he got told, this is where he totally got upset with Shamar, is when he seen Alva and Shamar on Zeus Network. That's when Tommy hatred became so strongly. Yeah, you took Alva to the top, but you couldn't take me, and I was your friend. But you wasn't. I like Tommy. No, go away, because no, you are not fit to be in front of nobody's camera. You're embarrassing. You don't have no class. Like, you loud. You like, no, boo. It ain't working for you. But yes, that's what happened. Shamar was Tommy's friend way before anybody else came along, and he perpetrated a fraud and took Shamar for kindness. And took Shamar's for kindness, and he didn't see Tommy. His greed for uh being popular in the community, on the net, or on any platform. He ain't gonna keep the president because he don't have no talent. People keep saying he's funny. I don't find him funny, and nothing he says is funny. He can't speak. He has a speech problem, and he has no talent. But when he seen how Shamar and Alva was going from California to Vegas to all over the United States, and he wasn't doing nothing, and that's when Tommy's hatred became harder, real, real. And he keeps saying that you brought Alva to the top, but you couldn't bring me to the black cat to the top. Like, they always trying to make Alva look like the bad guy, and actually Alva was the good guy. You feel me? They don't want us to love Alvo because they know we start loving Alvo, we definitely ain't gonna be one love. I don't love them anyway. Alvo's my favorite, and he's gonna always be my favorite, and I'm gonna always root for him, and I'm gonna always send him money, and I'm gonna always do what I can for him because I've been following this young man since he was 18 years of age, and I know his story, and I work with kids that walked his walk and that are still walking his walk. So I have a deeper sympathy. Oh yeah, Sheila, Tommy's very damn evil. You see it all in him. He does things for attention. He does things for a pat on the back. Cause like the public didn't even have to know that he bought Shamar some dog food. We didn't have to know that. And then he wanted to prove, you know, you can't say thank you, like, bruh. So did you do this from the kindness of your heart, or did you do this for views? Make it make sense. And then when he realized that Shamar wasn't freaking apologizing to him, he started calling Shamar names. My ear is on, and it's cold in here, and it's got my nose running. Maybe I should turn off my ear, right? I will when I get off the phone to go get me my cappuccino. I love my cappuccino. It's 10. I was just like, I just had to come up here, even though my internet is playing games with me, talking about my gigabytes and shit, but I ain't even like worried about that. But I had to get up here because Messy Doll was not playing last night. And I fell asleep on him talking shit about LaShawn. And he was like, yes. So LaShawn made a video. Y'all could go and see it on YouTube. He made a one about Messy Doll, talking about Messy Doll's a bum, and he spelled bum B-O like bomb. He spelled bomb like a bomb, BOMB. So you now, how the fuck do you have a career, bruh? Making $55,000 and you don't know how to spell bum, and it's only 3 letters, and you spell bomb, like bruh, yeah. So he made a video about Messy Doll, and then he said that he was coming back up here tonight to talk about Tommy. I'm so sick of them. I am. I'm so sick. I wish I could just put all 3 of their heads on a chopping board and just let it go down and chop their heads off, because I'm sick of them. They are pitiful. They have no class, and they're embarrassing not only to themselves but to the gay community. Like it's so hard that for the gay community that we fought so hard to get our freedom of speech and our respect, and then you got these 3 idiots that's just like, oh, like I don't even know the words for them. Yes, he keeps it real at all times. And you know what? I like him. That's why I love him to death. He always did. But if you followed him from the time he got on the internet at the age of 18, he always had a great heart. He was in a predicament where Alvo don't have to be homeless. Let me just make that clear. He chose to be homeless, not homeless. He chose to be in the streets because he wants his own way in life. He wants to find his own way. And I get it. I get it. But then it would came this older man that wanted to say, oh, Alvo, I'm going to take you underneath. Yes, Sheila. That's why Tommy did that. That's why Tommy did that. And why I respect Alva the most is because he don't ain't no future in front, and with him, he's gonna tell you how it is, and you're gonna respect him for him being him. And that's what they don't like about Alva, because Alva has a great heart. Tommy's definitely trying to keep Alva and Shamar apart, because that's why he keep trying to tell everybody, yeah, Alva's the one that messed up LaShawn's money. Man, if you stop saying that, that's 8 months ago. First of all, I wouldn't mess up a motherfucking thing. You do? Sheila, I love talking to you too, sweetheart. I love you too, Queen. Oh. Yeah, because we be talking about realistic and things that are like, bring it back to reality. You know, bring it back. You know, and we don't ain't no future in front, and sweetheart, ain't no future in front, and Sheila, ain't no future in front, and I just keep it real. Let's keep it real. Like they make Let me just say this. They knew that Alva was a great person. Even as him being in his situation where this older man was taking advantage of him when he was 19 years old, pretending to be his gay father. And Alva ended up in a hotel. Somehow, some way, Shamar's video of I got the picture of Shamar being dusty. I mean, like real fucking got dirt all over his face, his arms, and leg. He was homeless. Shamar was homeless, and he was underneath a bridge, crying and crying and begging the community. Shamar was begging the community to buy him to help get him a phone, because all the homeless people uh yeah, everybody knows Tommy's not better than Tommy. Ain't got a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out, Sheila. Let's make this very clear what people don't know of Tommy. He's on a mental health program, okay, that helps him establish his apartment, to make sure that he takes his mental health medication along with his HIV medication. Let's make that very clear. Tommy don't have if Tommy had all the money that he claims he had, why the fuck would he order living room furniture from Walmart. Walmart. I don't care what nobody said. Walmart is good for children clothes, bicycles, electronics, and maybe sometimes the food. But to get furniture that look like patio furniture, if you tell Tommy the Gossip to show that green paled ah, shit. Tell hey yo, tell Tommy the Gossip to show his furniture. Please tell Tommy the Gossip to show his living room furniture. No shade. I ain't trying to be funny, but yeah. And then gonna buy a damn bed frame with no box spring and mattress. He only bought the mattress with no box spring. But this is somebody that said he's a billionaire that got all the money. He's that it girl. He got all the money. The girls is mad. But I know you do, sweetheart. I know you got a good heart. Of course you do. You on my page. You on my page. You are angel, just like me. And you know the sad part about it. The people, all of us people with the good hearts that want the best for Shamar, and Shamar don't even want the best for himself. Shamar just want a mic and a stage. So maybe we should just maybe we should just put a mic and a stage in on for him. I don't know. Maybe we should put a mic and a stage at the SSI department. Maybe he'll go perform and tell them that he needs some fucking help. I don't know. I just don't know what to do with Shamar at this point. I'm confused. He got me confused. And I'm hard to be confused, but I'm confused on helping him because one minute he's saying he knows and I'm saying the right thing. The next minute he's doing another thing. I'm getting, I don't know, it's draining me. It's giving me gray hairs. It really is. It's giving me gray hairs trying to help Shamar and give Shamar advice. I literally was going to drive down to Atlanta and get Shamar and bring his and kidnap his ass to the SSI place. But why? If that's not what he wants. But yeah, these vultures, they all competing. They all competing, and Shamar ain't paying not near one of them attention. Ain't near one of them attention. And on God, y'all, it's sad. It's sad to see. It is. It's so sad to see this. And then, not for nothing. I'm not saying all of y'all are gay. I'm not saying if y'all gay or not. But in the gay community, you would think that the gay community would get along better than whatever because we are fighting sometimes with society. But then to have gay men fight among gay men about bullshit. And think about it. All this bickering and arguing that they're doing among each other is about Alva and Shamar. It's about Alva and Shamar. Exactly. Hey, Sheila, did you see that mint green shit? Now tell me that shit ain't patio furniture. Especially when he tried to twirl and oh my god, you know that's patio furniture. Tommy ain't smart enough to yo, yo, I'm gonna tell you something, Sheila. I fell out because he's in competition with Alvo. Tommy's in competition. So when he seen Alvo had beautiful furniture and fixed up his living room, he gonna say, "Oh, Alvo's furniture from Renter Center." Yeah, I put him in God's hand too. Absolutely. So Tommy gonna say, "Oh, Albo's furniture is from Renton Center." So I said, "This how me and Tommy started arguing." I said, "How you trying to make fun of somebody that get stuff from Renton Center? That means that person got great credit." And everybody was so proud of Alvo, so proud of Alvo. But remind you, Tommy's been living in this apartment for 3 years and haven't and it never had furniture until he seen Alvo, and everybody was, proud of Alvo. You got your apartment, then 2 weeks later, you got your furniture. See how God is blessing the album. So Tommy seen that. So he's in competition, trying to outdo everybody. So his dumb ass went and ordered his furniture to Walmart, right? And then had the nerve to show boxes. Like, if your furniture is coming in a box, bruh, tells you right then and there you don't got no warranty on your cheap ass furniture. And not to be funny, I'm not hating on people that can't buy expensive furniture like my leather um Italian lazy boy couches in my living room. Not trying to be funny, but he be bragging about nothing. He's in competition with everybody. Tommy wants to be that it fag. Like, for what? Why do we owe you any kind of I would never support Tommy the gossip. I only look at things where I could pick at him about, because I just can't stand him. I don't like the fact that he thinks that he's not educated, and what he does, he watches my video and tries to say the same thing I'm saying, but say it in a different. You don't know shit about nothing. And let's make it clear. Um, they all don't want Shamar to learn. That's why when we tell him, Sheila, to go to the SSI department, Al was on live. Okay, okay. And on his last live, girl, Sheila, what I said, I laughed for 3 whole days, to the point where I screenshotted that shit, because I had to show my coworkers. They was like, "Bitch, what the fuck is you always laughing at?" I said, "When I'm stressed, all I do is look at this damn furniture. Look at this damn furniture, because this man really believed that he's that it person, and he got this cheap ass furniture because he was in competition with Alvo, and Alvo got a nice set of love seat and couch. You know, Yes, he sure did, Sheila. He sure did, because Albert said, "Damn, it took me to get an apartment and to get my furniture, and for you to go and get you some furniture after you've been in that apartment for 3 years. 3 years you've been living in that apartment, and the only thing you ever seen Tommy was in that green, dirty ass bed and that freaking game chair." And now he went and got the same kind of bed that Shamar had. See, he in competition. He copies. Tommy copies everybody, because that bed that he got now is the same kind of bed Shamar got. The same background, the same backboard, and everything. Mine, I got Cherry Oak. This Cherry Oak queen king size bed. This is Cherry Oak. But listen, the blood clot faggot, yo, he's in competition with everybody. With everybody. Like, okay. That's why he don't sit on that motherfucker no more. Cause the only thing he has, Sheila, is a mattress over the broken ass bed. He got that bed frame from Walmart too. So I told him, as soon as you plop down hard on that bed or on that cardboard ass couch, it's going down. It's going down. It's going down. Yeah, so the bed is in the middle of the because them cheap ass bed boards that's was glued to his frame broke. And I bet you his mattress is just around the surrounding of the bed. That's why he probably don't show that bed no more, because of the fact that he sits in that dirty ass chair all the time. With his, if he does, his cheap ass hookah he got from the gas station. But look though, Sheila, that if you plop down on that furniture in the living room, you think his bed broke, that cardboard box is going in. It's going in. It's going in. And we're not trying to be materialistic, but girl, bye. Alvo made that nigga buy that cheap ass furniture because he was trying to outdo Alvo, and his house looks worse. His house don't nearly look as nice as Alvo's apartment. He and it don't, and it don't. And I'm so glad my baby. I'm so glad my baby is not losing his apartment. Oh, I love Alvo. Alvo is my favorite. I will fight for Alvo. I swear to God, I will go out in the street to fight for Alvo because I love him so much. And I love the fact that he, even in his situation at 19 years of age, and when he seen Shamar was in a situation, he didn't even know Shamar. And his video at 19 years old, he was in a hotel bathroom and he said he got to go find Shamar. Yeah, Alva got a beautiful place, Sheila. I love it. I love how cozy and comfortable it is. But look, at 19 years old, he's seen the same video I seen where Shamar was crying on the internet, dirt all in his face, dirt all in his nail, crying, dirty clothes on, crying, begging us, the public, to buy him a phone. Alvo seen that video. He was 19. And what he said in that video at 19, I gotta find Shamar. I feel sorry for Shamar. He didn't even know Shamar. So that was so right then and there I knew right there. I said that boy, that young man got a good heart. He's in a situation where he's homeless, living in the motels and hotels and holidays Inn, and he still want to go help Shamar. That was his and that's exactly what he did. And Shamar didn't know how to handle a person, an angel that was sent to him, which was Alvo, help him the fuck out, and then you dog that young man out. I was Alva. I would have did the same thing. Oh no, you're not gonna take my kindness for weakness and talk about me and drag me through the mud and make everybody think that I was the black sheep. I was the one that fucked up. And hi, Yolanda, where you been, girl? Hey, Queen. Good morning, beautiful. Um, they took Alvo away. They took Shamar away from Alvo because they knew Alvo was great for Shamar, and Shamar knows it now. And Shamar knows it now, but Shamar just trying to get us to hate Alvo. Well, yeah, Alvo was the one that fucked up my 100K. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Alvo ain't been around you in 8 months. Get the fuck up out of here. And Yolanda, I'm so sorry that you came on so late, baby, because my phone is down to 10%. My phone is down 10%, Queen. Beautiful. Exactly. Exactly. Dirty. I got this picture of Shamar. I keep it in my phone because I want Shamar to always see how disgusting he looked as a homeless person. He wasn't taking no bath. He wasn't doing nothing. He was just, and how this is why I said to Shamar last night, I was like, bruh, okay, sweetheart. Okay, Yolanda. Um, I'm trying to figure out how to post this picture because I want Shamar to see this picture. I want to post it, but I don't want to post it where it's embarrassing to Shamar, or I don't want to post this picture of Shamar where people think I'm picking at Shamar. But I purposely sent the picture to Shamar in his DM and showed him, is this what you want to go back to? Oh yeah, Shelly, he definitely do. I will definitely do. He's very sensitive, especially when he cares about somebody. And still today, he cares about Shamar, but only as a person. You know what I'm saying? He loves Shamar only through Christ. And he says that, but it still want the best for him. But see, they all was trying to make us think that Alvo was the bad guy. We all knew that Alvo and Kay wasn't the bad guy. We all knew that. We all seen Alvo count on every bit of Shamar's money and giving him. If Alvo, now let's make this clear, because Tommy be trying to make people think that Alvo stole Shamar's money. But let's make it clear. When Alvo put himself and his career on the back burner to promote Shamar, that means he put everything. He put his contents on the back burner. And at this time, Alvo was only 19, almost 20 years of age. He put his career as far as his contents on the back burner and his career on the back burner and his apartment on the back burner to help out Shamar, thinking that Shamar was going to look out for him and help, like, and give him money for helping him. But okay, so now Al was about to lose his first apartment, and Al always had an apartment, but he was about to lose his apartment. Yeah, I already cooked it. Really, I got curry chicken and rice. You know, I got to eat my curry, Sheila. I'm doing curry. I cooked it. Should I say yesterday? Yes, girl. I don't really like cooking on Sundays, so I cooked yesterday, but I would say when I came home from work, because I was definitely feeding for some curry chicken and rice with some carrots and broccoli. I love broccoli, and I'm just like starting to like carrots. I hated carrots as a kid, but for some reason I'm starting to like carrots. I don't know, but yeah, I got my dinner. I'm getting ready to go. As a matter of fact, I'm getting ready to go and charge up my phone because now I'm down to 9%. Um, Life is so beautiful. I love y'all. I love the fact that we could come in here and we don't always have to talk about those miserable vultures and those scumbag gay men. We could just talk about what's going on in the world today. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope if anybody needs some prayer, we're going to pray for you if we have to. And you know, I'm glad that we have this platform where people just can come and express themselves. It's funny to talk about people like Tommy and because they are the most they goofiest people in the world. They're a bunch of clowns. Yeah, I don't like him at all. At all. I don't at all. Period. I don't like the fact that the only reason why he's been going after Alvo is because he can't stand rejection, Sheila. Because this young man told Tommy's in his 30s, but try to say he was 28. Shamar's 28. Alvo just turned 25. Tommy's like 31, 32, and tries to tell everybody he's 28. Queen P, I didn't know you were still in here, beautiful. Um, the fact that he's totally harassing and stalking Alvo because Alvo don't want to be with him. That's what Tommy's beef is with Alvo about. Oh, you rejected me? Oh, I'm gonna be bitter for the rest of my life. That's what he said because Alvo don't want him. He's gonna always torture. But I'm so glad Alva made this statement, and I hope he stands on it and stand on business because I be on him too in his download. Um, Yeah, Sheila. One day you gonna have to come and visit it and taste how I get down on my jerk chicken and my curry chicken and my Jamaican food, sweetheart. I gets down, and to make it so good though, um, I don't know how to cook American food. I really don't, to be honest with you. Okay, 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 my baby. Okay, Queen. Thank you, sweetheart. Well, I'm down to 6%, so it's gonna be pretty soon, Queen P. Yeah, man. Um, it's like I just like the reason why I don't like Tommy, bitch, is except somebody telling you no. That's like fatal attraction. That's domestic violence type of shit where you want to uh when you want somebody to be with you. Okay, Sheila, I'm gonna try. I told you. Okay, look, Sheila, I'm gonna try to come back later. I promise you, I'm gonna try to come back later. But look, I don't work the double now. I've been working hard, and today's like my rest day, and I feel like I really want to sleep the day in because I got work tomorrow. But I'm definitely gonna try to come back on here later on. Exactly, Yolanda. I said it's Tommy lies about everything. Everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. And that's why I said when he did that shit about the dog food, he was trying to prove a point. He wanted people to say, "Oh, Tommy got a good heart." No, Tommy did that for views. And I would never give him a compliment, nor will I pat him on the back because he has a evil heart. He's stalking somebody that don't want to be with him. He's sending dick pictures to Alvo. He's doing all kinds of weird predator shit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Tommy ain't gonna never be a good person. He's out for himself and he's just trying to be found. He's trying to be found. Oh, I am down to 4%. I'm down to be down to 4%. Sheila. Sheila, I promise you, I'm gonna try. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, because I already know I'm about to sleep all the way through this day. I hate Monday morning. I really do. I hate working on Monday morning. It's like Monday mornings is like the slowest. Mondays at work make me feel like the hours just take forever you know. And I'm just doing my 9 to 5 tomorrow. I ain't like my overtime comes on Fridays and Saturdays because that's when I get to have fun with the kids. We be partying. I be partying with the kids. They don't be in their rooms. I be partying with the kids. I let them like have potato chips, soda. They be high on that damn soda, that caffeine, and they be enjoying themselves watching movies. I try to teach some of the kids that are in the homes, that not everybody that come across their paths are bad people or want to be predators. And this one child, I can't really talk about it, but she's 12 years old, and I swear she'll tell you straight up she don't want to be around her families because she was raped by everybody, all the men in her family, and she's only 12 years old. Like, no. So I have to be there for the kids. But today, I think I'm gonna wait until I don't know. I know when I get off this phone, I'm gonna drink this cappuccino and have me a plate of my curry chicken, a Sheila, and I'm gonna hit that bed. I am so exhausted. I worked yesterday too. I love giving myself to these kids. When I die, I just want these kids to know that when Jamaica came in your life, she came in your life to help you. I want them to always remember me, even when they get as an adult. I want them to know that I'm always there for them. As long as God got me breathing and living, I'm gonna always be there for every last kid that's in that program. because it's deep. It's sad to see adults take advantage of kids or parents that beat up their kids because we didn't ask. None of us asked our parents to bring us in this world. You choose to have these children, but the parent is either mad at the mama or the mama mad at the father, and they take it out on the children. Okay, I love you too, Sheila. Like, yeah, I'm fight. If you could see past my glasses, I'm fighting to keep my damn eyes open, and I'm down to 3%. I'm down to 3%. But I swear I'm gonna let my phone charge up, and it's 10:57 down here in Virginia Beach. I just need to get at least 8 hours. Just give me 5 hours of sleep. Just let me just rest myself because after I eat, I'm gonna take a nice hot shower and I'm gonna get in the bed. And then I'm gonna call it a night. So if I wake up, Sheila, as soon as you see me come on live, know that I'm on live, okay? So I'm on 2%. I'm what the hell? Okay. I got the green light. It's time to put the phone on the charger. So ladies, I love y'all. Change, I love y'all. I don't know if Change was a man or a woman, but I love you too. And Sheila, blessings, Queen. Yolanda, Queen P. Um, I'm missing somebody. I'm missing somebody. I can't even think right now. I'm so damn tired. I love y'all. I'll see y'all on the I'm laughing because I want y'all to really go on Insta go yo, go check out some of these videos. Like Shamar looked good doing his video, but y'all gonna see that Fendi's the background. But if y'all could go catch that shit about what's his name? Jamal Messy Doll. I call him Jamal. Because that's his real name, Jamal Orlando Mayfield. That's Messy Doll's real name. And he was telling oh yeah, Yolanda, I put my life on the line for these children. I don't know. I don't have any children, but the children that I've been working with children in the community since I graduated from college, where I got a child care development program going on. I have a nonprofit organization for children of color where no child is left behind. I do so much in the community with the children of the community because first and foremost, you can change the minds of a child, but you can't change the minds of an adult. Because I love you too, Yolanda. Because a person that's an adult is set in their own ways. That's why I changed my major for drug and alcohol counseling because I did not want to counsel no grown ass people that already got their mind set on it didn't matter if I was going to be telling them the right road to go down. Excuse me. It was my purpose wasn't to save adults. My purpose from where God put me on the face of this earth was to get involved with the children to make sure that if they are in DCF care, that the Department of Children and Family is putting these kids in good foster homes because some foster home parents, like the white gay man, decided that they wanted to adopt take in two foster kids and they was sexually abusing them and uh exposing them to other men. So my purpose is to protect the children of the world today, and that's what I do, Yolanda. And I love it. I love it. That's why I give all 80 hours of my time to them. I make sure they know how to read and write. I make sure they know how to fill out an application. I even on my days off take them to jobs to 7-Elevens, Wawa's, Walmart, because they're younger and they can get jobs through there. And I already did like 10 of them, and 10 of them, and the 10 ones that I took to go get jobs, they still working. So I have to be there for the children because these parents today are more, and that's no shade to anybody, but it's just the truth and the fact, because I see this every day, that the parents is too busy trying to fit in with their children and be their friends instead of being their parent. Being a parent. I'm close with my grandparents, but I don't want my grandparents hanging with me and smoking no weed with me. I don't drink. I'm not a drinker. I'm a weed head. But um, when you got a 12-year-old running away and wanting to live in the streets because she can't be in her house because everybody, including her brothers, is touching on her. So yeah, I have to be there for the children. If nobody else don't be there for them, I have to be there. That's my purpose on earth. And that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And it was good that I changed my major. When I lived in Connecticut, I had a non-off. That's where I started my nonprofit organization, Children of Color, and I had got everybody involved into it. All the politicians and the uh, the um, the governor and everybody that was in that state that I was at got involved with it because I no, I would never give up on the children, Yolanda. Mm-mm. No, not today. Not today. Not today. Not tomorrow. I could never give up on these children because their parents gave up on them. And then I keep trying to. I had a say uh meeting with a parent and her child at the program, and I said to the parent, you have to stop trying to be your daughter's best friend and be her mom. And she got offended by that. I said, because you jumping in videos, twerking and having all these men around, as your daughter tells me, is not good for your daughter. And come on now, if your daughter is like the apple far from the tree. So if she's seeing you do this, my mama don't got my father around, my father ain't around, and everybody that she bring into the house is always trying to touch on me when she ain't around, or in the next room, and this lady got offended until I excused her child because she's 12 years old and she didn't need to hear the conversation. I just try to tell the lady, it's you that's damaging your child. It's not society, because it comes from the home. When a child is how a child is raised in a home is how they act in society. Okay. So I had explained this to her, and I told her, your child told me, I'm like your child's psychiatrist, and I don't normally address you like that, but this is affecting your child. She's 12 years old. She should never be in the streets. She's 12. Do you know what they would do to as much as they just found 190 children in Texas, okay, that was kidnapped. So could you imagine this 12-year-old? They are trafficking children. These demonic demons up in that's in our world today, that loves having sex with children and trafficking and selling children and taking them up to California, because that's where the headquarters is. That's why they got all these underground tunnels that are leading to all these different places. You could go, if you were is in an underground tunnel right here in Virginia. You take this underground tunnel that they got to traffic kids in, and you'll be in London. That's how the all. That's if you look at the pattern, the map, where Sean Diddy Combs is. You see all those underground tunnels. His underground tunnels was led to the playhouse, the penthouse where the Playboy Mansion, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's Neverland. These are not saying nothing bad about Michael Jackson because he didn't do what they said he did, and neither did R. Kelly. But that's a different story we'll talk about. But they got all these underground tunnels to kidnap your children, to transport them to be in the prostitution ring. That's why they kidnap these children and keep kidnapping y'all women. And now they doing little boys, but they're not really kidnapping boys because you know them little boys out here today, they will fight you. They carry guns. They will shoot your dumb ass. You try to kidnap them in a van. But these young girls today are following in the pattern of their mother. If their mother's wearing poom poom shorts, the girls wants to. You know, you got to. I think every parent has to take accountability on how you present yourself to your child. Is how your child is going to act in the society. If you calling your child's all, sit your ass down, bitch, shut the fuck up, shut your dumb ass up. If you don't shut, talking to your child like that, that's why, excuse me, that's why your child goes into the community with no respect for us adults. If you telling your child, shut your fat ass up, shut your skinny ass down, shut your dirty ass up, you ain't gonna never be nobody. If you telling your child that, and that's all your child hears, you screaming, yelling, cussing, drinking, smoking, all in front of your child, what do you think your child's gonna do as they grow up? My mama ain't doing nothing. My daddy ain't doing nothing. My daddy sells drugs and hang out in the street. My mama got all these different men coming in the house, making me call them uncle, and they smoking and drinking. If you doing all of that around your child all day, every day, 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days out of a year, how do you think I am still I am bad? I'm going right now because I'm on 2%. How do you think your child's going to act? And that's my last final question. Treat yourself with respect. Treat your children with greater respect. And most of all, know that I love y'all. I do. I love y'all. I love my little audience. I don't care if I only give all of y'all that's in here today. It doesn't matter. It's not about you. It's just about communicating and communicating with people that have good hearts. I love y'all. I'm going to get some rest because my friend, my sister in Christ told me to go get me some rest. So I'm going to go do that. I definitely am. So maybe if I don't get up here later on today, Sheila, on live, I'll check you on the weekend, sweetheart. Okay. God bless y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. And know that you are somebody without anybody. You don't need somebody to be somebody. You are somebody. And own your beauty. Walk with your head up. And know that you are beautiful. And you conceited because you got a reason. And own that shit. All right. May God bless y'all. Know that I love y'all. Know that I keep y'all in my prayers every day. And know I walk with a good heart. And know that I love y'all. Okay, because if I come up on live, it's probably will be on my laptop. I'm trying to figure out how to get live on the laptop, Sheila. So yes, I love you, sweetheart. I'll speak with you soon. And y'all have a blessed day. I never say goodbye because goodbye means forever. I say I see y'all later. That's what we say in Jamaica. We never say goodbye because goodbye means forever. Nobody dying here on my clock. Tommy, see, we gonna say to you that I'll talk to you soon and I'll talk to you later. You heard? I love y'all.